Hello friends, welcome to Ideal Tutorials Committed to Excellence. Please like, subscribe, share and comment our channel. Now watch the video on chemical reactions and equations part 2.
Exothermic and endothermic reactions. What are exothermic reactions? The reaction in which heat in the form of energy is evolved are called exothermic reactions. In this, heat evolved or energy involved is written on the product hand side. Now, the example of this reaction is respiration reaction. Now, endothermic reaction. The reaction in which we give the heat to the reaction to be performed are known as endothermic reactions. For an example, calcium carbonate plus heat give rise to calcium oxide plus carbon dioxide. In this reaction, heat is written on the reactant side. We can write this heat in the form of triangle on above the arrow. Here comes corrosion. The process of slow conversion of metals into their undesirable compounds by the action of components of air, moisture, or oxygen or any gas is known as corrosion. Basically, the corrosion is eating up of the surface of the metal is called corrosion. Factors affecting corrosion. First of all, exposure of any metal to air containing gases like carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, etc. Exposure of metals to the moisture, that is water content, or presence of impurities like salt, example for NaCl. Temperature. If we increase the temperature, then the rate of the corrosion increases. It means corrosion is directly proportional to the temperature. Presence of acid in the atmosphere. The more the rain will be acidic or the more acid present in the nature, there will be more corrosion. Now, how to prevent the metals from corrosion? First of all, electroplating. Electroplating can be done by any metal that is highly reactive or low reactive than the metal which is to be protected, so as the layer of that metal will be corroded and your desirable metal will be left undisturbed. Now, galvanization. What is galvanization? A layer of zinc is put on the iron is known as galvanization. This is also a method to prevent corrosion. Now, painting, it's very simple, we all know. Greasing, it's also very simple. Using corrosion inhibitor. What is corrosion inhibitor? These are the chemicals that cut the moisture content or oxygen from the, or we can say that they act as a layer between the your metal and the environment. So it helps to prevent corrosion. Now, what is rusting? Rusting is an example of corrosion in which a layer of iron is exposed to the atmosphere and is eaten by the atmosphere. Eaten by means it is destroyed by the atmosphere. A brownish layer or brown reddish layer is deposited on the iron. It is called rust, and this process is called rusting. And it is rust is a non-sticky substance and therefore falls from the surface, exposing new surface for rusting. Finally, the whole of iron is lost as rust. Now here comes rancidity. What is rancidity? Rancidity is a condition when the oils and fats get oxidized when exposed to air in our food. Now, how we came to know that our food is rancid? The food will start smelling badly and its taste and color will change. This will indicate that rusting happens. For an example, when a packet of chips is exposed to the air, it results in the taste and odor. To avoid such spoilage, the food items are packed or the chips packets are packed in the nitrogen gas to prevent them from rancidity. Now, causes of rancidity. First of all, oxidation of oils and fats. Second, hydrolysis. Third one, presence of microorganism or bacteria we can call. Fourth is chemical structure of oils and fats. If the chemical structures of oils or fats is changed, then the rancidity could happen. Next is temperature and pH. If the food is to be stored in freezer and we stored in the hot environment, then of course the rancidity will occur. This is the effect of temperature. And the sixth is heat and light. Now, prevention of rancidity. The first method to prevent rancidity is adding antioxidants. What are antioxidants? Of course, the chemicals which prevents oxidation. Now, if we open a packet of chips, there is a presence of a gas. This is nitrogen gas, and this helps to prevent rancidity of the chips. Now, storing the food in airtight containers can also prevent rancidity by cutting the connection between the food material and the atmosphere. Now, refrigerating causes the process of microorganism or the growth of microorganism at slower rate, and this also prevent rancidity. Replacing oxygen in the containers with other gas, as I given the example earlier, replacing oxygen in the chips of package with nitrogen can prevent rancidity. Thank you. Stay tuned, stay liking and subscribe for our more videos.